Manufacturers in the Rust Belt, American soybean farmers, beverage producers and consumers are all upset over a looming trade war between the US and the rest of the world. Sadly, they are now direct casualties of the large trade spat, with most of them who had voted for Trump feeling betrayed. Manufacturers in the Rust Belt fear additional tariffs may antagonize their long-standing trade partners. Beverage producers fret over the impending price rises of aluminium cans. Soybean farmers throughout the Midwest are anxious about losing a Chinese market, which buys a quarter of American soybeans. Shriveled US consumers would most probably have to face higher living costs due to high tariffs, from a pair of Nike shoes manufactured in China to the school bags their children carry. As a study by the US-China Business Council shows, trade with China allowed American families to save $850 per household in 2015. Both countries have to think about the worst-case scenarios, but in fact, the storyline of the China-US trade spat could have been less combative, and the Americans do not necessarily have to bear the costs of a trade war. If the Trump administration didn't re-announce additional tariffs against Chinese products, both sides would have planned further consultations on manufacturing and services. The two sides had already made progress during their detailed consultations on agriculture and energy. But the Trump administration has disregarded all the previous agreements reached in the 3 rounds of consultations, tarnishing its credibility and international image. And the inconsistency has made the United States of America appear sporadic to its international partners. As Stephen Roach, former chairman of Morgan Stanley Asia, put it, President Trump's trade fix runs counter to his avowed promise to make America great again. China is cutting tariffs across the board. Effectively on July 1st, China's average tariff rate for clothing, shoes and hats, kitchenware and sports and fitness supplies will be reduced by 50%, and that for home appliances will be lowered by 2/3. Import taxes on vehicles and auto parts will also be slashed on the same day. But these incentives to foreign companies might have nothing to do with American manufacturers, as the US administration is seemingly making every effort to have itself left out. The US has also raised trade tensions against Canada, Mexico, the EU, Turkey, Japan, Russia, and other countries, triggering revenge tariff hikes across the world.